Welcome friends. Today I listed 10 things World Cup players should never do. Watch until the end to learn these golden facts. And right now, write in the comments I am ready to learn. Let's get started.
1.
In World Cup penalties, research shows that players who rush toward the ball the moment the referee blows the whistle miss more penalty kicks compared to those who wait 2 to 5 seconds. Man, these guys are so impatient, but why? Because that instant rush comes from wanting to end the stress of will I score or will I miss right at that moment. That burst of speed comes from this reflex, not from proper technique. What the audience sees is not determination, it is impatience, and this impatience raises the chance of missing the penalty very high. After this interesting fact, the next one will shock you.
2.
You must have thought the team shooting second in penalties is at a disadvantage. No, it is the complete opposite. Listen, everyone says shooting first is the advantage, but according to research by the University of Queensland that analysed hundreds of international penalties, the team shooting second faces the thought of if I miss the tournament is over much more often, but at the same time they also experience the thought of if I score we are champions much more. The team shooting second needs to save their most psychologically resilient players for last. The difference of this strategy alone changes the chance of winning by more than 10%.
3.
Social media harassment increased 13 times at the 2026 World Cup, and interestingly this affects the pitch quite a lot. FIFA detected 89,000 harassment posts directed at footballers in the first round of the tournament, exactly 13 times the 6,700 figure from 2022. Research shows this digital pressure coming from off the pitch creates anxiety and loss of confidence in players, especially in high-stress environments like a tournament. Performance is directly affected. So if a footballer opens their phone before stepping onto the pitch, they have already lost the match.
4.
Jet lag caused by time zone changes drops. Footballers sprint speed by 4 to 8% within 48 hours, and no scoreboard ever shows this. Research tracking elite footballers after long-distance flights shows that especially after eastward travel, maximum sprint speeds drop by 4 to 8% within 48 to 72 hours. And this is a huge problem for footballers. The 2026 World Cup is especially exhausting because the tournament is spread across the USA, Canada, and Mexico, and some teams fly thousands of kilometers as they advance through the rounds. Those players may look slow, but they are not playing badly. Their body is trying to adjust to the sudden change in time zones. The biggest mistake athletes can make here is not taking sleep routine seriously on long flights. If you do not adjust your body to the new time zone, you are not fighting your opponents on the pitch, you are fighting yourself.
5.
Going to sleep right after a match. This is one of the biggest mistakes. Research shows that sleeping while cortisol is still at a high level after a match is one of the most common mistakes. After a grueling 120-minute match, adrenaline takes approximately 60 to 90 minutes to drop. So a player who goes straight to sleep the moment the match ends ruins both their sleep and their recovery. This is a fact without exception.
6.
In the 1950 World Cup, England made a huge mistake by resting their star player instead of playing him against the USA, and guess what happened? The most striking underestimation mistake in history. England, with insane overconfidence, decided to rest Stanley Matthews against a squad made up of part-time players, thinking they would easily qualify from the group, and the result was the USA won 1-0. This is devastating, man. England were eliminated from the group stage. The funny thing is, 75 years passed, but they made the same mistake again in 2026. Sometimes you need to learn from your old mistakes.
7.
In a match at the 2018 World Cup, one team deliberately lost, and this did not break any rules. Let me explain. In the 2018 World Cup group stage, Japan fell behind 0-1 with 10 minutes to go. They saw the score in the other match, and instead of trying to equalize, they chose to pass the ball back and forth, because that score was enough for them to advance to the next round. FIFA did nothing because no rule was broken. Nobody at academy level ever asks a player what would you do in a moment like this, but that question gets asked at the World Cup.
8,
At the 2026 World Cup, the Netherlands head coach played conservatively. The Netherlands took the lead against Japan and dropped into an extremely defensive shell, and just like always while trying to protect a one-goal lead, they conceded and drew. Tough situation. This mistake is not individual. It is a mental mistake, playing not to lose instead of playing to win literally.
9,
Have you ever heard of two teams at the World Cup colluding to eliminate another team? Yes, this happened and spectators stopped watching the match. At the 1982 World Cup, West Germany and Austria played a colluded match, finishing 1-0, and in doing so eliminated Algeria. The commentators on live broadcast invited viewers to watch something else. After this exception, FIFA introduced the rule that final group matches must be played simultaneously. One of the biggest mistakes a player can make is damaging their long-term reputation for a short-term gain. Where there is no rule, the game gets corrupted.
10,
For Portugal to win, keeping Ronaldo on the pitch for 90 minutes was a mistake. I can hear you asking why. Let me explain. In the 2026 FIFA World Cup, Cristiano Ronaldo played 90 minutes against DR Congo, but he no longer helps in defense and even takes away his team's goal-scoring chances. He even blocked a goal that his own teammate Bruno Fernandes was about to score. Ronaldo became an example to millions with his discipline, determination and obsession. But one of the biggest mistakes a player can make is failing to accept his own limits at the right time, no matter how great you are. By the way, Ronaldo was eliminated from the tournament after Portugal lost 1-0 to Spain in the round of 16 of the 2026 FIFA World Cup trophies are forgotten, but the tears of a legend in his final World Cup match are never forgotten. Today I told you the 10 mistakes players should not make in the World Cup, but if you still want to learn the 5 rules players learn to win the World Cup, you can check out my previous video from my channel, and from the video on the screen, enjoy watching.